Hello, I'm Janna, and welcome back to the Crafty Corner. So I recently got my hands on the new Holtz Sizzix Side Orders, and we've got to make some Christmas cards with these. These are fantastic and fun. If you'd like to see exactly which supplies we're going to be using, go ahead and pause here. All right, let's head over to the Crafty Corner. Today is all about Sizzix and side orders. Check out these fantastic new side order die sets. We've got everything for all year round crafting. Holtz recently released these, and I am so happy to be able to get my hands on these for some crafting fun. Let's take a look at what we've got. To start with, we have got Celebrate, and this is a fantastic birthday die set. We've got a banner, we've got some party confetti, the party hat, and a couple of balloons, as well as a coordinating embossing folder. And look at that, it's just the right size to run through your Sizzix Sidekick. How perfect is that? Then we've got coffee, and this one is fresh brewed. I love that set. I love making coffee themed cards. Definitely a favorite. And check out the embossing folder that goes with it. That one is just too cool. Here is the mini embossing folder that goes with the coffee set, and that is going to be so much fun to create with. Then we have got holiday minis, and these are so fun. If you remember, there was a holiday things die set that had some of these in there. If you missed it, this is a great way to catch up on some of that die cut fun. And then we've got a stripy embossing folder to go with that. Very cool. Next, we have got love notes, and this is awesome. We've got a little candy box. We've got a envelope. Now, this isn't really practical to put an actual letter in, but it makes a great prop. We've got the arrow, and of course, we've got some fantastic hearts for an embossed background. And last but not least, we have got letterboard. I love this. It's such a vintagey thing. It's like I remember in band, like there'd be the order of music to be played, and it was always done on letterboard. So that brings back some nostalgic memories. And of course, the letterboard embossing folder to go with it. And I just love the letters. That is just such a great, friendly font. Now, we're going to be having lots of fun today, and we're going to be putting several cards together. We're going to do some mini cards and some full-sized cards. So let's take a look at all of the die cuts that we're going to be using today. I die cut some letters. We've got cheers. I thought that might be fun to use with the coffee. So I'm going to set that aside. I don't need to do anything to that at the moment. And I also die cut the word Noel. Why not? It is the Christmas making season. So that will go on another card. We'll put that aside. I think we're going to play with the coffee pieces first. Now, I ended up die cutting on a little bit of everything. We've got mixed media cardstock, we've got distress watercolor cardstock, and we also have some distress white heavy stock. I ended up die cutting on everything, so we've got plenty of variety to play with. Now, I'm thinking for adding color to these, I want to do a combination of distress reinkers and distress watercolor crayons. So we're just going to kind of pull everything in, and then we'll pull our colors in. We'll do a few of these in real time just to get the flow before kicking everything on fast forward. Okay. The question is where to start. There's just too much fun stuff. I think I'll start with this paper right here, and we'll move on from there. So I'm just going to carefully stack these because we're going to need them later on. But for right now, they can kind of just sit out of the way. And I'll bring in my palette of distress reinkers. All right, so just moving those off to the side. Let's bring these forward, and we'll zoom in just a bit. Let's see, right here should be good. And now I just need the reinkers. And here we go. I've got a full palette of these, all my favorite colors. I'll probably have to redo this one again at some point because there's some colors I'm not using as much as I thought, so it might be fun to redo this. That might make a good short reel at some point. All right, so let's go ahead. We'll just open those up. And I've got my water brush right here, one of the Ranger Fine Detailer tipped ones. And let's just start with the cute little gingerbread man. That's going to be an easy one. We're just going to take a bit of vintage photo, and I'll just start low, and then we'll just color right up. So the watercolor paper is going to move everything around very nicely. We don't need a lot of ink, which is great. It's going to spread all on its own and kind of just blend. Kind of make things a little bit darker around the edges to make the gingerbread just look kind of like a little golden brown. There we go. Now, when coloring these in, you can get as fancy or as simple as you like. I prefer to custom color things just because I might not always want the same color each time. But if you're looking for a more uniform look, you could definitely die cut these out of colored cardstock. Now the downside is you're going to have to die cut more than just once, because if you die cut, say, this one piece in brown, this is just the gingerbread man, you're going to get everything in brown, and that includes the mouth, the eyes, and the 2 buttons. So you'll have to be prepared to die cut more than once. It'll save you time on coloring, but it will cost you some time for die cutting. So it all depends on where you'd rather put the time. I like doing the coloring, so I'm always happy to just die cut in white and then have a relaxing evening, usually in front of the TV, coloring these in. Okay, so that's good. Now I'm going to want some black soot. And just off to the side, I'm wiping the brush off. And then we'll just go in for a dash of black soot and just color that right in. There we go. And for the buttons, I'm thinking I'll grab a little bit of red, maybe some candied apple or lumberjack plaid. Okay. It really doesn't take much ink, and that's another thing that I find really appealing about the re-inkers in the palette. Very easy to use, and it doesn't take much. The only downside is not so good for travel. It could get messy if you tip your palette, say on a car ride. But great for crafting at home. Okay, so there's the little gingerbread. Why not? Let's do one more together and then put this on fast forward. For our second piece, I think we'll color in the Santa Claus. That will be a good one. So let's see here. We're going to need some black, some tattered rose, and a bit of red. Let's start with the tattered rose. And that's going to be this piece. So quickly color that in. I love how the watercolor cardstock makes it so easy to move our colors around. Makes for some really nice light coloring. Okay, good. And let's go for the red next. I think we've got some lumberjack plaid here. So I'll just quickly add that in. There we go. Nice and easy. Okay, good. And a little bit of gray, maybe, or I want to take a look at this. Nope, don't need any gray. I just need a little black for the eyes. Okay, just a teeny tiny dash of black soot. And we are good. So I'm going to go ahead and dry these off with the Ranger heat tool. And then we will quickly put them together before jumping into the rest of these die cuts. All right, let's go ahead and put these together. So first I'm just going to pop that gingerbread piece out. Now all of these I did on double-sided sticky tape, so they're going to be really easy to assemble. And let's start with the eyes. Okay, I've got my die pick right here just so I can carefully pick the backings off, and that should make things a little bit easier for assembly. All right, so let's go ahead and stick these down. Move this one here, and we'll take the other one and place that over here. Great. So now we've just got the little buttons. And again, I'll take the die pick and just kind of gently lift those. And then we can place them. get back here. They are definitely really, really small. Now, if you don't have access to double-sided tape, I would definitely recommend the Xyron. That's also a great option for sticking down small things. Now we'll just add the mouth, and this one will be all set. Oh, looks like I need to move the buttons down just a little bit more. Okay, and we'll take that. There we go. Okay, so there's our first one. Let's go ahead and put the rest of this on fast forward as we put together our die cut pieces and color in more shapes. Now we'll just add the mouth, and this one will be all set. Oh, looks like I need to move the buttons down just a little bit more. Okay, and we'll take that. There we go. Okay, so there's our first one. Let's go ahead and put the rest of this on fast forward as we put together our die cut pieces and color in more shapes. Now that we have all of our die cuts colored and assembled, it is time to start putting these into cards. So the plan is we're going to be making 4 full-size cards and 4 mini cards. Let's start with the mini cards first and then move on from there. So I'm just going to move some things off to the side and let's start creating. So for the mini cards, I've already pre-cut some small pieces of paper. This is from this year's Tim Holtz Ideology backdrops, and these will be perfect for some card bases. Now, let's see here. Let's see. That could go, ooh, I like that. Just kind of figuring out some ideas right now. Something like this, I think. Okay, and then we'll need to add some details to this. So I think we're going to be pulling in some Tim Holtz Ideology pieces to finish off this card as well as the sticker book. That will give us some great pieces to play with. Also, I've got some embossed pieces off to the side, which we could add in as well. So let's see here. You know, I like that. That could go on here. We can make that a little smaller. Yeah, that could be really good. Let's see if we snip that about here. I'm going to need the Tiny Tonic trimmer. That would be good for that one. And then we just need a sentiment. And oh, that's going to go over there. Let's see. Ooh. Maybe we could add that to the gingerbread. Okay, getting some ideas. All right, I'm going to need the tonic trimmer. And this is the tiny one. Just pull that in, and we're going to cut a few things down to size. And let's measure this out to see exactly how small we're making this. All right, so this is going to end up at 1 3/4 inches. Okay, we can do that. I'm going to take this and move that over here. All right. Great. So we'll just move these for the moment and get this piece together. I'm just going to take that. Put that right here, and we'll need some glue. Oh, that's a little bit too much. Just try to spread that out a little. Okay. And then we can just take that and put that right on here. Okay. That works. Not too difficult. And now we just need to add a sentiment. So that's where the sticker book comes in. Let's see here. Oh, perfect. We got a little quote about Santa. Santa will know. Indeed. That works. And we'll set this aside, and then I'm going to come back and put all of these on some card bases to finish these mini cards up. All right, setting that aside for the moment. Now, this one. I want to place that like right here, but I also want some little trim on the side. Now, do I have any sticker trim? Yes, I do. Okay, perfect. So, let's see. I like the poinsettias. I'll take that. Put that right along here. I don't know, is that too busy? No, I think that works. Okay. We'll do that. Great. And I'll just put the extra back in the book. Okay. And we'll take this. And we'll stick that down right here. And now I'll just need a sentiment to go with it. Let's see here. If I had something that said be of good cheer, that would be perfect. So just taking a quick look through here. You know what? With hugs and kisses, that works. And we'll put that right here. And that finishes another piece. Cool. Set that off to the side. And now what to do about the snowman and the gingerbread? Kind of want to put this on here. Yeah, why not? Let's do that. So that's going to be 1 3/4 again. Okay. And we'll just turn this. All right. That'll work. A little bit of glue. Great. And now we'll just take the little gingerbread and stick that right down. Okay. Very cute. And a sentiment. There we go. I like this. Is this jolly enough? That's just funny. Okay. All right. Another cute little card. And now the snowman. What do I want to do with him? Let's see. I've got all sorts of scraps around. So, maybe I want to do something with ideology. I've got some interesting pieces. Let's check those out. So I've got a stash of all sorts of little ideology pieces. Let's poke through here and make ourselves a little collage. That'd be fun. There's just so many pieces. I love that. Ooh. That's not bad. Now I want something else to anchor this. Ooh, I like that even more. I put that here and there. And I want something else. So many good pieces. Okay, let's see how that works. It's not bad, but I think I can do a little bit better than that. Ooh, I like that, and then I could put this right in the center. Okay, that works. So, a bit of glue, and we'll put this right down here. Then we'll just peel off the adhesive back. Okay. Oh, that worked out. Kind of want to find like a little sentiment to go with that. If I had one in here, that'd be awesome. But if not, I've got plenty of other things. Let's see. Ooh, I'm going to put this here and then I'll put a sentiment in it. That will work. So, let's see. Lots and lots of good sentiments. Okay, decided to go with this one. May your hearts be joyous. And I'll just stick that right on top of this. And then I can glue that down. I like it when things end up layering up very nicely. Okay, great. And a little bit of glue. There we go. Now I'm just going to grab those card bases that I mentioned and start folding them, and then we can assemble these cards. So I have some Nina Crest Solar cardstock, and these I cut at 3 inches by 6 inches. So all we have to do is fold these in half, and we've got our card bases. And I do love making mini cards. Definitely fun and so easy to batch these out, and they're really great to put on small gifts or little cards like for the office. Okay, there we go. And now I just need some ATG tape and we can assemble these. Okay, let's add some ATG to the back of these and just quickly move through these. These are so easy to make, and I do love batching things out. Definitely one of my favorite ways to make. I mean, compartmental making is definitely one of the best ways to be stress-free during the holiday crafting season. If you just spend one night cutting all your die cuts, then another night coloring everything in, and then a following night assembling things, and then maybe making envelopes for all of the cards, it can really speed the process up. And for those nights when you're not feeling so creative, it's nice to just sit back and color or just die cut or maybe just make envelopes. And for me, the holidays wouldn't be complete without watching some holiday classics while crafting, like the Santa Claus, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Charlie Brown Christmas. Those are just a few favorites of mine during the season that you'll usually find me crafting in front of the TV with a whole heap of colors and die cuts, or sometimes I'm just sitting there coloring in some stamped images as well. Okay, there we go. And they're just so easy to put together, and I leave the inside blank. You could stamp a sentiment here, add some stamps, you could write your own thing, but I like to leave them blank so that I can customize them as needed. And I'd also remind crafters that the season for teacher gifts is coming up as well, so it's nice to maybe put a little chocolate together and add a nice card just thanking your teacher for all the hard work that they put in during the year. Classroom teachers are always very busy and go above and beyond during the holiday season for many children. And as I have 2 of my own kids in school, I definitely see that firsthand. So I'm thinking this will be a great set of cards that I'll probably use for when my kids are bringing holiday gifts around. Okay, so there are our set of 4 mini cards, and this is with the side orders. Now let's dive into making a few full-size cards. I'll go ahead and set these aside for the moment. All right, for the first one, I guess we're going to dive into Valentine's. Not quite the season that we're in, but why not? We've got these fantastic die cuts, and we can definitely put something fun together. So I'm just going to move a few materials around and slide some of the Christmas stuff off to the side. And let's get our Valentine stuff. Okay, so we've got that. Oh, I like that together for sure. Now I'm just going to need a base to put these on. So let's see what I've got off to the side. What would make a good base? Ooh, you know what? That's kind of fun. That's got possibilities. Ooh, and if I used the not shiny background, that would be really good. Yeah, I could do this. I like that. Okay, could put those together. Yeah, that could work. Oh, I really want some lace though. Let's see here. I could do a border with some washi tape and then like add some lacy trim maybe. Ooh, doilies. I have got that doily die cut around. Oh, that would look really good in the back of this. Okay, I'll be back in just a moment. I need to die cut a few more things that are going to go perfectly with this card. Okay, so I think I know what I'm doing now for the card. I've got this great piece of ideology that we're going to be adding in. This is going to be part of our foundation. So let's grab the ATG tape and we're just going to put some adhesive on the back. And we're going to start layering up. I decided this card would be looking best with layers. So let's go ahead, put that right here. Perfect. So my foundation is some kaleidoscope embossed on some metallic craft stock. And this, of course, is ideology. And then we've got an ideology layer. Now we are adding in a embossed sheet of hearts. This is from the new Side Orders hearts. Now, something really weird happened. When I was embossing, I ended up running it through twice, and I was using a switch, and some of the hearts got cut out from the amount of pressure going over the embossing folders. So I've now got all these random heart holes on here. I think it looks great, and I love how that looks over the top of this. Now, I did a second run just once through, and then it just does a regular embossing, and it looks great, but I thought that was really cool. It's just a very happy accident that I ended up with all these really cool holes when I really didn't intend to do that. But we're going to run with it, and that just adds some more interest and contrast for this particular card. I mean, why not? It looks cool, kind of grungy. All right, let's take that. We'll set that right here. Good. Just carefully making sure everything's lined up. Now, I want to take the doily. And there's no good way to glue this. I've tried doing this with double-sided adhesive and it does not work. I'm betting this would work pretty well with a Xyron, but I don't have one at the moment, so we're just going to improvise with some collage media. If it's a bit messy, you know what? That's okay. And now I want to add in the envelope. A little bit more glue. Put that over here, and then the box of chocolates. Okay, just gonna peel that backing off, and we'll put that here. Oh, I like that. That is looking good. And next I want to add a dash of washi tape. I've got this one's got some fun numbers on it, and we're just gonna apply that across here. And I'll just add a strip of ATG tape first just to help it stay in place. Okay, and we'll just turn that back. We've got our tape. Good. All right, we'll just run that along here. Quick rip. Oh, that works out really well. I like that. Okay. And we'll just tuck that behind. Great. And then I've got some sentiments. I've got some label stickers, and this is perfect because we've got the envelope here. So, sending love all my heart. There we go. And we've got a fun themed Valentine's Day card right here. And this again was using the new side orders. So fun. I love this. And this is not at all where I pictured this card going. I was kind of thinking something kind of cutesy, but we end up with something a bit more grungy. And I love that. All right, let's set that one aside and move on to birthday. So we've got some party balloons and the party hat. Here we go. Little streamer thingies. Okay. Now for this, I'm not quite sure what I'm doing yet, but I do have some fun backgrounds that we can use. Let's see here. I like that one. And what else have I got? Oh, I had like a really bright colored one. That could be fun since we're doing kind of more of a party time. Oh, there's that. That's really shiny. That's cool. Oh, and I've also got that. Oh, too many choices. And I've got this. Okay. Kind of like that, and maybe I could anchor it with something else, but that really speaks to me too. Ooh, too many choices. This is what happens when you end up with lots and lots of backgrounds. It gets hard to pick the exact one you want to play with. All right, so I'm just going to think for a moment and just kind of set things on here. Okay, I think I know what we're doing. Well, let's go ahead. We're going to place this balloon up in the corner. I am going to trim down this tag a little later, but right now we're just kind of placing things and figuring it out as we go along. Because why not? I like this background. It's very, very sparkly, so that would work really well. And I've got these streamers too, so let's add those in. Can kind of put that right there. Oh, I can move the balloon a little bit too. And put the other one crisscrossing across. There we go. Let's see. Put that here. All right. And we'll put the balloon over here. Good. And put that little squiggle here. Ooh, now we're getting some build up. I like that. Got some layers going. And how about the other balloon? There we go. I like that. And then I've still got room for a sentiment. All right, just going to clear off some of the extra stuff on my desk right now. Give myself a little bit more room to work. There we go. And let's just flip this over and we're going to trim off the extra bits. Good. Now, let's see. What have I got? Oh, I'm going to use a white pen. I'm going to draw in the balloon. Oops. There we go. There. That works, and then let's draw the other one in. Great. And I'm just using a Jelly Roll gel pen. That was just to draw the little streamer thing off the balloon. Okay, so let's grab the tiny trimmer and we're just going to carefully take that little bit off the tag. All right, so we've got this. Now, can I layer it right over this? Ooh, that actually isn't bad. Huh. I didn't think that would work so well, but I kind of like that. I just need to, what do I need to do? Do I need to do anything? I don't know. I do need a sentiment, I know that much, but that works out really nice. Okay, so that is good. I do like it. So what we're going to do is we're going to add this down. It's going to become a layer, and then over the top, why not? I want to add some serious sparkle, but like not sparkly. We're going to be pulling in this stencil, and this is THS 188. And that's going to give us a little bit of texture, and it's kind of going to pull everything together because this layer was kind of bugging me. It didn't really transition nicely, but with some texture paste over the top, everything should look seamless. Okay, there we go. And I've got just a little bit of overhang. That's easy enough to fix. All right. So now we're going to take this and we're going to grab a palette knife, and then we can add the texture paste. All right. So we've got our texture paste and we have our rubber band that's helping keep our texture paste nice and fresh. All right. Got the jar. And let's go ahead and see what we can do. Now, I don't want to completely put this all over. I just want to do small sections. So just like that. Now let's add a little bit more to this side as well. Let's see, just scrape a little bit here, then down. There we go. Okay, and lift. Pretty good. So I do need a little bit more over here. Okay, I think we're good. Ooh, I think that pulled it together pretty nicely. I like that. So I'm going to set that aside for a moment while I do a little bit of cleanup. Then we'll grab a sentiment, and that card is going to be done. To finish off that card, I've got a Make-A-Wish metallic sticker, and I stamped this a while back with some white ink so I'd have ready to go sentiments. And we'll just put that right here. And that finishes up our birthday card using the new side orders. Very fun and very shiny. So let's go ahead, put that aside. And now let's turn our attention to some coffee. So for the coffee, I have got the coffee die cut, and we've got the word cheers. So let's go ahead and put this together. Now I've got a tag that I'd already made a while ago, and let's see here, what else? I think we're going to need a background, so let's add maybe this one. I like this. Now if we put that over here kind of like this, so I want to take the letterboard and use that as part of this card. So I'm thinking, let's see, I'm kind of wondering how high that is. Okay, so if I cut right here, we should be able to use that to kind of highlight our letters, and then we can layer that over the top of the Christmassy tag that we have. There we go. Let's see how that works. Go ahead, take some ATG. And we'll stick that right around here. Okay. All right, I like that. So let's go ahead and put our letters on here. We're just spelling out the word cheers. And again, pretty much everything that I've die cut today, I've used some double-sided sticky tape just to make putting things down a little bit easier, because trying to do all the letters with a glue, that would not be so fun. Okay, there we go. I think this card can be kept pretty simple. We've got an interesting background already. I really like the tag that we're adding, and the letters are giving us our sentiment. There we go. And one more. Okay, that's not bad. And I'm just thinking we'll put the coffee cup right here and a bit of steam coming out of it there. And maybe we can just finish this off with a border. Now, what type of border do I want? I don't know. Well, let's put the coffee cup down and then we'll figure that part out. Okay, yeah, that can go right here. Now, if we bring that up a little bit, I could do a washi tape border, but I don't really want to. Maybe... Oh, you know what? I could just use some distress paint. That could work. Ooh, never mind the distress paint. I could just do a bit of spritz, and that would kind of look like snow over the background. Okay, well, let's go with that. So, just need some tape on the back of the tag. There we go. So we're going to take this, and I'm just going to carefully line that up. The music notation actually makes a really good guideline. Okay, we'll put that there. Now, I'm going to take spritz, and we're going to give that a really good shake. And we're going to add that for a little bit of shimmer. But before I do that, I do want to add in that steam for the coffee. Okay, and this one. Oh, maybe I need to put that closer together. That would make more sense. There we go. And one more. Wait a minute, something just went a little wonky. Or did it? I don't know. Why does that look wonky to me? I think I'll need to check this. Ah, okay. That's gonna go here. So we'll move that over just a hair, and that doesn't look right. Let's try again. I guess placement is going to be everything with the little wispy pieces for the steam. Okay. All right. I guess that works. Now for some shimmer. And a very light squeeze with the spritz. Okay, let's take a closer look. Ooh, yeah, we have got some gorgeous shimmer. A great way to finish off a card. All right, another card done. Now we've got our Christmas card to create. And I have got so many backgrounds, I don't even know where to begin with this one. So, I kind of want to go blue, but I also have some snow. Let's see. That doesn't really show up, but this, I like that. And I was thinking about adding this going across as well. So, let's see. We're going to say Noel this time. Okay. So I need 3 lines. And we'll just trim that right here. And let's take this. We'll add that. Put that across here. Great. And we'll quickly trim that off. I'm definitely enjoying the embossing. That is adding a nice touch to these cards. And we'll put this going across as well. I can trim off the extra in just a moment. ATG tape, definitely a crafter's best friend when you don't feel like dealing with glue ooze. And a great substitute for larger pieces when you don't want to use that double-sided sticky tape. Okay, and flip, and snip. Great. So I'm just going to start with the sentiment. Oh, that is really, really crooked. Let's fix that. There we go. Okay. That still doesn't look right. Why doesn't that look right? Okay. Okay, now I think that's good. Okay. And the N. O-E-L. So just quickly adding in the letters, and then we get to add in the other die cuts that we created with the new side orders. I just love how easy it's been to put together all of these cards, and this was just from working with all of those new die cuts. And we've got a whole variety of cards. We've got some different looks going on, and this has just been a lot of fun. Okay, go ahead, we'll take that candy cane. Put that right here. Oh, I like that. Now this one I definitely want to go around the edge with some washi tape, and let's see, I want my numbers. And then we'll add in the little bits of holly and maybe some droplets as finishing touches. So we'll just run that ATG tape over the top. We've got our tape. And this is the easy part of just lining things up and sticking tape down. There are so many different ways to finish cards, and it gives all of them a different look. And washi tape is definitely one of my favorite ways to create a border. Another favorite way that I love doing is creating a foundry wax border. That also adds some shine as well as some interesting texture to cards. But washi tape is quick and easy. And there's so many different washi tapes in the Ideology line that you can really change up the look of a card very easy with just a little bit of tape. Okay, tucking that corner, moving around. There we go. All right. Now let's go ahead, put that there. Good. And moving that along. All right. And run it down the line. Good. Okay, and we're just about done. So I want to add in the holly and maybe some droplets. Great. Okay, now let's add the holly. So we'll just peel up those little pieces, and we're going to put those right here. The corners is going to look really good. And then we got those teeny tiny holly berries. They're so small. Okay. There we go. Now, what are those other little red pieces? Ah, those can be used as accents on top of the berries. That is really small. Very small for accents, but okay, why not? Since we're here, we might as well add them in. And again, like you could definitely use the die pick to help maneuver those. Okay, and one more set. There we go. Great. And we'll stick that there. And now that I know what these are for, I'll just add those in as I build the berries. Okay. Now I do like using the distressed watercolor cardstock. It does make the die cut pieces a little bit thicker, so they're just a bit easier to handle when building them up. Okay, there we go. That's not bad. Anything else that I want to add? Maybe. It's feeling a little empty. I kind of want to add something. You know what? Let's add a bit of sparkle again. We'll go into some spritz. Easy way to add a little bit more interest. All right, and we've got spritz. Ooh, very, very pretty. And this completes our third card. Today, we've been playing with the brand new Tim Holtz Side Orders. These are such a fun and versatile set of dies, and these were specifically designed to go with the Sidekick, which is a compact mini die cutting machine with a lot of versatility and perfect for tabletop crafting. So we've been playing with all these die sets today. We've made a set of 4 standard cards at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and then we even made a few mini cards. Let's take a look at what we've created with these fantastic side orders. So for our large cards, we started out with Valentine's Day, and this was so fun. We built some layers and have a fun Valentine's Day card. Then we switched over to birthday season, and we have this kind of mixed media card, lots of color and shine going on. After that, we moved into the Christmas season, and we've got a cup of good cheer. And we also were able to make a classic Christmas card. We'll put that right over here. And in addition to all of these cards, we made a few minis using more of the Sidekick dies. We've got this cute little snowman, a cup of coffee, a cute little gingerbread guy, and a Santa Claus. All of these we were able to create with the brand new side orders. Thank you so much for joining me here today at the Crafty Corner for some exploration of the brand new Tim Holtz Sizzix Side Order die sets. I hope that you've had lots of fun with today's crafty project, and until next time, happy crafting!